The Edo State Governor, Okpebholo, has defended his remarks on Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi amidst mounting backlash from human rights lawyer Femi Falana, the African Democratic Congress and the Obidient movement. The governor had stirred controversy after warning that Obi must obtain security clearance before visiting the state, a statement critics described as a direct threat to Obi's life and a dangerous precedent for democracy. Well, let's take a listen to some of the things he said.
When the primaries were going on, a lot of criticism all over the press about the statement that Governor made yesterday when he was receiving one of the remaining of PDP Edo Central, where he said that Peter Obi has to take permission before he starts. And I think the governor was right in saying that, because we are also saying that the governor can say that because of the kind of hatred that people have for Peter Obi in the state, including me. And when you have people, so many of us that have such hatred for people like that, especially when he came to Edo State and people died, it is proper for him to tell the governor before he will come, so that people like us will be sent on errand out of Edo before he can come and possibly go. I'm sure that's the reason why the governor made that statement. That's why the governor made that statement, and it's correct. And we support him in whatever he's saying. So whatever anybody is saying, they're just saying rubbish. I also want to send a message to people who call themselves ADC in the state, that they should be very careful, because we only have PDP remaining, not ADC. So if you want to identify with ADC, you have to leave it for us. That is my message to all.
The more say no Gashishi. I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me. I am serious about it. He came the other day and donated 15 million. By the time he left, there was crisis. 3 people died in Benin. So for that reason, tell Obi he should not come to Edo with.
Well, there, of course, you had it. Joining me, at this time to speak on this is Nana Kazaure. She's the Director, Strategic Communication and Media for the Obidient movement. She joins virtually from Bugie. I also have a Bugie. Okhuemoi is the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Edo State Governor, Okpebholo. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. And lady. Gentlemen and lady, thank you for your time. All right, let me...
Thank you, Dapper, to be with you.
All right, good evening. Great. I didn't get that, Nana. What did you say?
I said good evening. Thank you for having me. Thank you. And I said good evening to the viewers and good evening to the fellow panelists.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Let me start with you, Nana Kazaure. Just for the benefit of, viewers watching and Nigerians, can you just give us the reason for His Excellency Peter Obi's visit to Edo State? Before we get into some of the issues that, was raised by the governor, as a fallout of this visit.
His visit was very simple and clear for everybody to see. He went to do charities, which is something he has been doing all over. He gives charity to educational, to schools, to nursing homes, to hospitals, to nursing schools. That's what he has been doing, to IDPs. He ensures, I've been on many visits with him, where he goes and he visits where people, where sometimes there's a fire outbreak, there's flooding in Niger State, in my state, January. I was with him when we went to go and visit the governor. And, that's what he has always done. The reason for his visit was simple. The charity that he has been doing and has been giving, he's a man of means. And if he decides that, okay, out of what I have made in life, I want to share and I want to give to the less privileged, I want to donate certain sums of money, I've been with His Excellency Peter Obi when he donated laptops to students, to a school in Chibok. He has done a lot. Hundreds, millions of naira of his own personal income. He shares, and that's the reason for his visit. It was clear, everybody saw it, the students were happy, and they were the ones that even did much of the recording that we see, that we got to see online. And it's something that should be applauded. It's goodwill that should be applauded by even people in government. It's a very simple thing. It's not against the Nigerian constitution. It's not against anybody's religion or faith to give charity.
All right, and how was the atmosphere, during the visit?
From the videos that you saw, that the people came out, Edo people always say to you that they are the headquarters of Obidient movement. They're proud to be obedient. We won the elections in 2027. So, of course, the atmosphere was palpable. I wasn't there, but from the videos, I could see that the young nurses were happy. They were joyful. He made a promise. He had given an initial 20 million, and he made a promise that he would be back. He would give them money in installments to help with infrastructure within the school, to help them with learning tools, to enable their lives be easy. Nigeria is the country, is one country, is the most dangerous country for a woman to give birth. So I see no reason why when somebody chooses to give charity to nurses so that they can be in a more healthy environment, in a very conducive learning environment, especially to women. Most of the students that come out from nursing are women. And when somebody chooses to support them all across the nation, it should be applauded.
All right. Thank you for that, Nana. Let me direct the question.
The atmosphere was full of joy. The atmosphere, it brought hope to the nursing students, and that's a good thing. It should be applauded. His Excellency Peter Obi does this, and he does it with one heart.
All right, great. Let me come to you, sir, Mr. Bugie. The governor of the state did say that the visit sort of posed a security concern to Edo State. He even alleged that some persons died in the process, and went further to say that should His Excellency Peter Obi choose to come to the state, he has to be informed of this. I would like you to sort of speak more, particularly on those that died, and how much of a security threat at all this visit was.
Well, thank you very much. It's unfortunate that the situation has taken this dimension where a lot of political connotations and political coloration have been given to, more than necessary, have been given to the situation. Let me say that Governor Okpebholo has respect for Mr. Peter Obi, being a past two-time governor and a leading presidential candidate, and somebody who also has influence. As with any other person with such credentials, Governor Okpebholo has respect for people of that level. The situation at hand is not a personal issue between Governor Okpebholo or Governor Peter Obi as a person per se. It is more about process. It's more about protocol. It's more about mutual respect. It's more about extending courtesy where courtesy should be given. We can't deny the fact that Mr. Peter Obi is a very public figure. He's a high-profile individual, and as with such people, when they move around, there are a lot of issues that need to be taken into consideration, especially when you move around. So what Governor Okpebholo has said is, if you are coming into the state, it's only proper, it's only protocol, it's only the right things to do to inform the state government that you be coming, and the necessary courtesies, the necessary assistance, the necessary support to be given to you. Oh, I'm coming in on so and so day. Look at what I'm coming for. Look at where I'll go to. And then the governor can make those arrangements. It's nothing new. It's what has always been the norm. And Mr. Peter Obi, who has been a governor himself for, 2 terms, the expectation is that he understands that. While he was governor, he also had a situation similar where he had to deal with with a situation where he felt somebody, didn't come into the state properly. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. Some years back, while Governor Okhuemoi was still leading the state, there was a time that the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, came into Edo State on a private visit. He was going to see his in-laws in Esa. But he went to the government house, he saw Okhuemoi, and he jokingly told Okhuemoi, even though I came in for a private visit, I understand that protocol ensures I need to come and see and report myself to you, saying jokingly. But that's the way it's done. And Governor Okpebholo is not the first person who has raised such concerns. In the Edo State, the same concern was raised, interestingly, also concerning Mr. Peter Obi. It's been raised in Kaduna. And for some people who think it's an APC thing, it's not really an APC thing. Some time back, a group of people in Bayelsa wanted to have a reception for the Minister of the FCT. And we saw the governor there, saying no procession should hold here, he made moves to stop that from holding. And that's because, the governor is the chief security officer of the state and he's responsible for lives and property of those in the state. So it's just appropriate that when a high-profile individual like that is coming into another state, that you notify the government so that necessary arrangements are made for you. So it's not a personal thing. It's not a Governor Okpebholo attacking Peter Obi. Governor Okpebholo is focused on delivering on the promises he made to Edo people. He has a lot on his plate to provide the things that Edo people need. So he's not one that goes into such battles. This is strictly a matter of protocol. This is strictly a matter of courtesy, and it's not too much to ask. Concerning the issue about people who died, I don't have accurate information to give you at this time. I mean, the security agencies are involved. When that information is very good, processed by the security agencies, we definitely let the public know. But let's also, if you watch that video, there's also something you might notice. Governor Okpebholo's specific words were, after he left, there was crisis and 3 people died. For that reason, if he's coming next time, he should let me know. So it was more about the fact that, we have security. Governor Okpebholo has put in so much effort into ensuring that we have the safe and secure Edo State that we are enjoying now. And it's his responsibility to ensure that it remains that way. So we have a few security issues to our battling, and I think that gave more rise to why he had to say that. So it's not a threat. When I hear people use the word threat, when I hear people use the word he has been banned from coming to Edo State, when I hear people say things like he's not welcome to Edo State, that's not true. I mean, the way he may have said it, may have passed across a certain, might have given a certain impression. But remember, it's a political rally. We need kind of energy in political rallies. We need kind of vibe in political rallies. So maybe that's why it came out like that. And to avoid misinterpretation, that's why a statement was released by the Chief Press Secretary that clarified what the government was trying to say. So this is not a personal thing. It's not something that should create so much. This statement has been clarified. It was strictly a matter of protocol. It was strictly a matter of, and that's what's a general.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Bugie. At this point, we'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll definitely continue with the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television. And of course, I still have my guest with me, Nana Kazaure, Director, Strategic Communication and Media for the Obidient Movement. She's joining virtually from Abuja. Also, Bugie Okhuemoi is the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Edo State Governor. He joins virtually from Benin City. Gentlemen and lady, thank you for staying with me. Now, I'm coming back to you, Nana. Just like what the Special Advisor to the Governor said, he said, basically it's not a threat, but instead it's a matter of, protocol, and that it's pretty much normal. But away from that, I'd also like to ask, in terms of, the dynamics of, I call it governance. What's your take on, what you consider, sacrosanct?
My take is very simple. First and foremost, the governor was very clear. He said Peter Obi's safety, or was it security, cannot be guaranteed. And I'm serious about it. those are very weighty words. I didn't hear the SSA very well. I heard a few things. I was straining to hear him, but I appreciate the fact that he has a job to do, and it cannot be an easy job to try to undo what your principal has done. I always say in one of my trainings, I was taught that damage control is more expensive, and sometimes, a lot of the time, it's needless. Mr. Peter Obi is not somebody that flouts authority. He's not somebody that does not follow due process and protocol. The first thing is that government itself has failed Nigerians by not being able to provide security for Nigerian citizens. It is an infringement on His Excellency Peter Obi's right. Section 41 of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999 Constitution, as amended, already provides that he is secure within Nigeria. So for anybody to threaten him, for anybody, be it the governor, and you know, nobody is having any issues with the people around the governor who have to clean up his mess, who have to clean up his error. The only person we are speaking to, and if you look at it, it's across board. Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians living in Nigeria are very tired of it. I was on another station and I highlighted, he happens to be the third person that has threatened the life of His Excellency Peter Obi. The first person was Mr. Felix Moka, APC. The second person was the governor of Benue State, APC. And now the governor of Delta State, APC. Are they telling us that Mr. Peter Obi's life, or those of us that support Mr. Peter Obi front and center, that our lives are not secure because we have dissenting ideas from them? There's an APC, on the other program I was on at 6 p.m., it was played, an APC chairman in Edo State spreading the message of hate. Spreading, and you say there's insecurity in your state, yet your chairman is spreading hate. He's using strong words and saying that people hate Peter Obi in Edo State. But when we were at the polls, we won Edo State. Edo State people are the first people that will tell you that they are the headquarters of Edo Obidient. So at what point in time did it turn to hate? Out of a figmentation of his imagination, the governor has now said people lost their lives. I was on a sister channel early this morning, and they kept asking my co-speaker, where did it happen? Who did it happen to? And he couldn't give any answers. So we mustn't, put insult to injury by telling fictitious stories and lies that people lost their lives in the process. We shouldn't tell fictitious stories that the governor wasn't threatening Mr. Peter Obi. His words were very clear. He did not mince words. There's a new sheriff in town. He will never, he used the word never. He also said he was serious about it. What the governor of Edo State owes Edo State people is good governance. While I was on that sister channel in the morning, they talked about the dengue fever. And the doctor that spoke in the segment before I was called on said very clearly that Edo State has the highest cases of dengue. So he owes his people good health, good education, better infrastructure, and safety, and many other things that the good citizens of Edo State deserve. Not messages of hate, not messages that threaten the lives of Nigerian citizens who are just doing good, who are just going there by their. He even went as far as saying, person that said he doesn't have shishi. His Excellency Peter Obi has never denied that he's a man of means. But he's not going to bribe. He's not going to do anything illegal. And he's not going to put anybody in danger.
Nana Kazaure.
He will just go and give his charity.
All right, because we're really pressed with, for time, I just want to ask you a direct question. What would be your message to His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, on behalf of the Obidient movement and His Excellency to Peter Obi? What would be your message?
He should rescind his words. That's the responsible thing to do. It's not to go around making excuses, calling all the other people. You should take responsibility He's an adult. He should take responsibility for the carelessness of his words, for playing stupid, well, let me not say stupid, for playing irresponsible politics with the lives of people. He was not addressing security operatives. He was talking to normal citizens. And that's not the message. It's not good for his brand. This is my message to him. It's not good for his brand. It is not good for what he represents as somebody in authority. It is not good for his name and image. And if those things mattered to him, a good name is better than anything in the world. If those things mattered to him, if he had a legacy, look, I don't know if you know of John Donne. John Donne said, "Any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in humanity." I will even paraphrase, a threat to anybody's life in Nigeria, every Nigerian, should diminish us. It should make us know that this is not what we stand for. We can't be spreading hate. We should not be spreading fear. Nigerians already go through so much.
All right.
We're just navigating.
All right.
The people in leadership should not now come and join in to the suffering of Nigerians. They should come to alleviate it.
All right.
Leaders have the responsibility to show love, to show unity, and they should also bring people together, not try to tear people apart with messages of hate.
All right, Nana Kazaure, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to come back to you, Mr. Bugie Okhuemoi. Quickly, if you'd like to react to some of the issues she has raised, particularly as regards the area of governance also, and what would also be your message to His Excellency Peter Obi and also the Obidient movement who feel that their principle is threatened?
Thank you very much. Firstly, my co-guest does not stay in Edo State. She's not from Edo State. So I don't think it's in her place to talk about what the Okpebholo should be given to Edo people or not given to Edo people. He campaigned across 192 wards in the state. He made promises. He engaged people. So his contract is between him and the Edo people. So it's not in her place to pass judgment on Governor Okpebholo's service. Governor Okpebholo has worked in the past 8 months assiduously to keep the promise he made to Edo. I'm happy she made reference to the health issue. I hope she also mentioned how much effort the governor has put in to ensure that those issues have been checked. Governor Okpebholo has been providing dividends of governance, and we are not going to allow them to use this particular incident to define his narrative. I mean, Edo State has experienced fantastic governance in the last 8 months, and it can only get better. So many beautiful things have happened. Secondly, we must get to a point where common sense must prevail over emotions. We can't be so emotional. And you see a lot of reactions to this conversation are just based on emotions, careless emotions. The governor says, inform me that you are coming so that I can provide and guarantee your security. If you do not inform me, I cannot guarantee your security. Now you are saying that he has a right to come without telling anybody and that the governor is threatening you. I mean, you must pick a side, you must know where you are standing. The governor is saying, if you come because of security issues, I may not be able to guarantee your security if you don't tell me. So just inform me before you are coming to ensure that there's no place in the world that is 100% secure. That's the reality. So we are saying, oh, everybody should be secure everywhere. You must be realistic and you must face reality. Let's leave emotions and let's leave the blind support. The governor has said, you are coming in. Mr. Peter Obi may say it's a private visit, but he has influence. She has said it several times that the Obidient at this place is their headquarters. So when he's moving, it is normal that a crowd will follow him. It is normal that his supporters will come around him. It is normal when, we all have your rights. In law, they say your right ends where mine starts. That you have a right does not mean it gives you the leverage to do whatever you want to do in anyhow you want to do it. There are people, the Constitution also guarantees that you have rights of association, rights of assembly. But the police still tells you, if you need to gather, inform us. Nobody is saying you should not gather. But if you need to gather, if you need to exercise that right, so that your rights does not, so that you're exercising your right does not become a problem for somebody else, let us be able to, let's make arrangements to ensure that everybody's rights are protected. So Mr. Obi, like I said, has the rights like every other citizen to come into a district. Because he's a different kind of citizen in terms of his status and in terms of his influence, it's important that the governor, who is responsible for the lives, property, and the security of the state, should be aware so that provisions are made. So everybody's welcome to a state. Nobody's threatening him. On one hand, you say he's being threatened. On the other hand, you are saying you won't let him know so that he guarantees your security. So it's important that we put emotions aside and face the realities of the conversation. If I have a little time now, I'd like to talk a little also about something we are not addressing. Now, we came into town to make donations to a Catholic school, a Catholic church. You've been in the news recently and you've seen the situations we've had to deal with Catholic churches being attacked and, seminarians and priests being kidnapped for ransom. One begins to ask, why do they target churches? Why do they think churches have money to pay ransom? So it's just simple security intelligence. You don't have to be a detective to reason that probably they think these churches have so much money. That is why they're subject of attack. So even the action of coming to publicly go to a Catholic institution to say you are donating this amount is also putting the lives of those people at risk. Mr. Peter Obi is going to finish what he's doing. He's going to leave Edo State, but the effects of his visits are going to remain for the governor to deal with. The governor is not going to wait until issues have arisen from the visit before he does something. And that's why he's being proactive in saying, when you are coming, let us know you are coming. It's not to stop you. It's not to say you shouldn't come. I mean, the governor will stop you from coming. But he needs to know you are coming in. And it's just respect. You should respect the office of the governor. If you're coming into a state where, as you being a two-time governor who has been at the highest level of public service and public administration, it's only respectful that you inform, somebody who ideally, would be considered your colleague as a governor, so that, oh, I'm coming into your state. Look at where I'm going. So, and then the governor can also issue advice. You can say, okay, why don't you do it like this? Don't make the public. Everything is not politics. Everything is not animosity. And let's not turn this into an APC thing. Pick each state has its peculiarity. Pick each state and address it. We're talking about Edo State here. We're talking about the governor being responsible for his people and ensuring that the work he has been doing in 8 months, developing the state, laying solid foundation for a greater future for the people, is not truncated because of a few careless moves. It's a very simple matter, and anybody who is truly interested in the well-being of this, they should not have a problem with that. It's not a sign of disrespect. It's not a sign of weakness for you to inform the governor that you are coming into a state, knowing fully well that you command a certain level of influence that will become an issue. So let's not throw common sense to the being and focus on emotion, which seems to have been.
All right, thank you so much. Nana Kazaure, Director, Strategic Communication and Media, Obidient Movement. And also Mr. Bugie Okhuemoi, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Edo State Governor. Gentlemen and lady, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.